We're going to do it right this time. I've taken your advice. I'm going back to the start. Ren, The Tale of Jenny, and Screech. I have been called out endlessly in the comments of my first Ren reaction because apparently I should not have reacted to the video that I did. In all fairness, it was one of his more recent videos, and I believe he has like different, different like categories of videos where he's taking a journey or whatever. So he's got his money game series, he's got his Vincent's Tale series, and I believe this kind of like preludes Vincent's Tale and all that. So we're gonna do it right this time. We've gone back to the start. The one that everybody's telling me to start with is The Tale of Jenny and Screech, and we're going to react to this today. So I hope you guys enjoy. I was thoroughly impressed with what Ren was able to do with the last video that I reacted to. However, I think I missed a lot of stuff, which is what everyone was telling me. So anyways, today we're gonna right that wrong that I've dealt upon you guys. And also I have the lyrics pulled up and captions turned on due to popular demand. So hopefully we won't miss as much today. If you want to see any of the stuff that I do in the music world outside of reacting, I do some photography, videography stuff for bands. I love to do this stuff, and I hope to one day, maybe actually be able to photograph Ren at a concert live, or music video, whatever, something like that. Super cool stuff. If you guys like any of my stuff and you want to see what I do, links are all down in the description. And yeah, let's just get into it. Okay. I know, so he did beatboxing in the other video that I saw of his, and I remember in Hi Ren, which I have seen, for those of you who are new here, there's not a reaction to it yet, and I'm not going to react to it again because I have seen it, but I'm going to bring a friend of mine on who hasn't seen it to react to it. But anyways, in Hi Ren, he did like some vocal like instrumentation, if that's a way to say it, I'm not sure. And then in the other video I reacted to, he was beatboxing and stuff. So he's also doing like mouth trumpet, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it here. That's interesting. Is that something that he does like a lot in like all of his songs, or is that more of just kind of artistically thrown in there in very specific ones, and I just happened to stumble on a lot of the ones he's done it? It sounds good. Like it fits kind of the vibe, like acoustic guitar, alleyway, kind of, I don't know. Let's see where this goes.
It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet, she was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before. She wanted to escape. Can you blame?
Is this all just one take? Because I hear like a little bit of fuzz in the microphone, like from like close or movement or something, which implies to me that this is all just one take. This is not a studio recording. He recorded this in an alley, I think. Am I right?
Well, on the very same night in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years.
Hang on, we got to go back. Let's switch up. He started going like twice as fast.
Can you blame? Well, on the very same night in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain he'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech. He was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief. At 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bogging her and making her so scared. Sirens sound in the distance with the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Up or go Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be...
Okay, so we've been introduced to Jenny and to Screech. Oh man, okay, this is cool. This is storytelling at its finest. He's really just like, he's putting you in the place, in the time and place of this story. This is cool.
Free, I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete.
Something that's kind of cool that he's doing that I notice is whenever he switches between Jenny and Screech, his mannerisms completely change. When he is talking as Screech, from the perspective of Screech, he makes eye contact with the camera and leans in. And when he's talking as Jenny, he kind of like leans back, kind of eyes closed or like looking up and stuff. I don't know if he does that throughout the whole thing, but he definitely did that right here. He did it twice at least, I've noticed. Watch when he switches from Jenny to Screech.
Nitrogen in the dark night. She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath. It was a quiet dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Oh, wait. Okay, hang on. So it's two separate... Wait, what? Okay, we're gonna go into this next one here in a second, but that 100% was a one-take video. That's really cool. Also, really impressive that I mean, that's probably the easiest way to make a music video as far as filming, but the hardest as far as performing and singing. All they needed to do to film that was just find a lit up alley late at night and just walk down it and have somebody holding a camera walking backwards. That's really cool. But man, also the memorization for this type of like storytelling song, that's got to be crazy. Let's go into the next one. See where this goes. I'm assuming they're like intertwined, because otherwise why would it be one video? Similar acoustic guitar, finger picking coming in. Samuel and Ren video. So I'm assuming the videographer is Samuel.
Ah, stop.
I believe Samuel, sorry to pause it there, but I believe Samuel is the one who still does his videos. I'm pretty sure, based on the comments I read in my other Ren reaction. So that's cool to see that he's been with the same videographer this whole time. So shout out Samuel, I respect it.
Story, it starts right at the end. At the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow.
He likes his little vocal runs.
Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away.
That's really cool. He's putting you in the perspective of Screech post murder of Jenny, our other protagonist in this story. That's, oh man, he does an amazing job of just putting you in the mindset and in the place. You guys some people might not like this comparison, but for Ren as an author, or not as an author, for Ren as an artist, the way he writes his characters and like his stories, the way he tells them, kind of reminds me of how Stephen King writes as an author, because he does an incredible job of putting you like immediately in the mindset of the villain. Oftentimes, I mean, not necessarily always the villain, but like just in the mindsets of different people, and oftentimes people that you'd never, like, that it's in such a different world from what you are used to that you'd never ever really put your mind in that place. But he does an incredible job of like depicting it for you so you can see it how they see it. And that's what he's doing right here. That's really cool. I also like how the camera was fairly still up until that part, and then just starts spinning around Ren to really kind of, with the pace of the lyrics, just to kind of add that extra level of anxiety when he's knocking on the door. That's really cool. We'll back it up a few seconds.
Mind does away.
This is also a one take. You can hear like the breathing, and you can hear.
Hey babe, are you in? No, nothing really. I'm just a bit
You
tired.
can hear the
Listen,
mic popping.
can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes! Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night.
And now we have a third character introduced, Richard. And now we're going to get his POV. This is cool. This is really cool. The full meltdown of Screech.
Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
Using the guitar as a gun, and his cameraman is acting it out. That's cool. I like that.
Story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying one street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Not to interrupt Ren, but you can literally hear a car pass right here. just listen.
2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Walks off. Are we gonna cut into now Patrick's? Or not? Wait, was it Patrick? The no, not Patrick. Patrick was the roommate. The police officer. Violet. I haven't heard Violet yet. He's a new character.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beeps and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep. She's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
Okay. Using the guitar to kind of rewind time, the sounds he's making, that's kind of cool. You know what this almost feels like to me? It's almost like a dramatized audiobook. The way he's so good at telling the story, and the music, I mean, obviously it's a song, so the music just goes along so well with it. But if you've ever listened to a dramatized audiobook, it kind of has the same, like the pacing and everything. Ren is honestly almost an author, like obviously of his own songs, but so close to just becoming an author of like a full book. This is really cool. He could totally do that.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you of the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance.
Oh, that's cool.
The devil comes to dance. Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bed bedroom door and he's Hi Ren. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot.
That's a cool section. He goes completely no music, completely acapella. Well, is it acapella? Would you call it acapella if there's no instruments, but like you're also not singing? Because that's almost like a rap.
Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone, crack, knick, knack, paddy whack, one to the jaw and the tooth spat, detached, fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence.
He killed Violet.
Wait.
No,
say something,
bro.
Violet. Not one word.
No.
She stays quiet.
Quit killing all the characters. This just goes further towards my point, and I don't know if you guys may or may not agree with me, but I read a lot of books, including a lot of Stephen King in the past. I've read a ton of his books, and like he's so good at introducing a character and then within like a few pages getting you really attached to the character and then killing them off. That's what Ren's doing to us now. Like it's a compliment. It's incredibly well done. But it hurts. It gets you emotionally attached and then just hits you.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet. She was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to...
No, bro. Why? He's too good at this.
Coming as Violet's world turned to black. The curtains closed, the lights went dim in London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins aligned side by side. A girl named Jenny.
And a boy named Screech.
And a boy named Screech.
Bro. Literally the last, I mean, it was all really good, but the last, like, minute, 2 minutes maybe, that's what sold me on, like, Ren as an artist. Holy cow. His storytelling abilities are incredible. I think I'm just gonna go back to back onto his next video after this. So if you guys like that reaction, feel free to drop a sub, drop a like, and we're gonna go through the whole Ren journey. This is crazy. Wow. I need to go emotionally recover for a bit. So I will see you guys in the next one.